Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is, what is it? It's Thursday. It is December the 24th.
Something else is going on.
It's Christmas Eve.
I love Christmas Eve.
I know you do, and I do as well. It is National Eggnog Day. And that's something
I love eggnog.
That's something that I like, but I don't love. It's something that every year I'll make sure I
want to have a little,
yeah,
but
I'll have some.
Yeah, it's not like it's something that you need to.
The issue. I had never had eggnog in my life till you and I got married. And then when we first got married, you brought some, and I was like, oh, I really like that. I think it was called hollynog. I don't think it was called eggnog.
Well, it's the same thing.
Anyway, I poured a big old glass of it, drank it down really quick. I ended up drinking like a half gallon of it all at once. And then ever since then, I was like, yeah, I don't need any more of that. Coming up here in a bit, we've got a Dear John letter. We posted that on, I think, Tuesday, earlier this week at our Facebook page. You can chime in if you'd like. Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study from the University of Vermont found SUVs topped with Christmas trees have 26% more aerodynamic drag than a tree-less SUV.
They needed a study.
Well, they were just wondering, how much worse gas mileage? It's probably somebody that brought it up while they were driving. You know, we're getting terrible gas mileage.
Wow.
So they did a study, 26% worse. Apparently.
Alrighty.
The good news is you don't drive around with trees on the roof of your car very often. And another survey out of England shows the top unwanted Christmas gift in England is, what do you think, Heidi?
Oh, I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know what typical Christmas gifts are.
Okay. The most unwanted Christmas gift in England is a homemade knitted sweater.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had a homemade knitted sweater.
I have not.
But if you get one.
It must be a big hobby.
That could be.
There.
That is surveys and studies and such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. I always like to make sure I remind people that addiction is no laughing matter. The reason we share this is because it has the ability to help people, and it has. And I've got two things I'm going to share today. First one is 22-year-old Florida mother arrested for making her 2-year-old son vape marijuana so he would sleep better.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
That's nasty.
She's 22 and a new mama.
Gosh.
Kiddo's 2 years old. Yeah, that's a bad plan. Another story here. A report says there are 40 million Americans that are driving drunk or driving drugged. Please don't be one of those numbers. This time of year, it's worse than normal because there are people that are at holiday parties and whatnot. And I don't know.
They're saying at any given time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's terrifying.
So yeah, steer clear of that. Do not drink and drive. It's just a terrible idea. Get a ride. Somebody will get you there safely. Just don't do that.
There's so many other options.
Absolutely. It's what happens when your brain is on drugs. Brought to you by timeforrehab.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Dakota Johnson was wearing a giant diamond while she was shopping in West Hollywood last week, sparking rumors that she is engaged to Chris Martin.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to sleep tonight.
It's just so exciting.
86-year-old Oscar-winning actress Sophia Loren says she feels like she's 20.
Oh, good for her.
That's very cool. She's 86.
She still looks pretty amazing.
Yeah. And Real Housewives of Chicago star Browen Wyndham Burke, I probably said all of that wrong. I apologize. She confessed to beating her husband in their home So that ain't good. I wonder if she's going to continue to be a Real Housewife of Chicago.
Probably. It's probably just going to help the ratings.
I sure hope not. Boy, that's bad. Spousal abuse is bad, no matter if it's whichever direction it's going. And believe it or not, it happens both ways. A lot more than most people would think. So, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of giftcardchallenge.org. What would a kid do to get everything on their Christmas list? According to this survey, 7 in 10 kids said they would clean their room daily for a year.
Right.
70%
They'll
said
say that. And then they get their stuff and
23% said they would eat spinach for a year. Nagging works, they say. Asked about the most persuasive technique to get the gift they want. The top response says they just keep asking them over and over and over. So apparently that works, Heidi?
I don't know, does it?
No.
I kind of like spinach. I can't believe that that's a thing.
Well, a lot of kids don't like. Similarly, when kids are asked what they think is the best way to ensure they get a toy for Christmas, the most popular thing was saying, just say it over and over and over. Just keep asking.
Yeah, I suppose.
A survey finds the average person will spend over 4 hours looking at screens on Christmas Day. So tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of people staring. It says an hour or two on phones and an hour or two on computers, and then also a couple hours watching TV, an hour or more playing games on a console. We certainly don't want to spend 4 hours looking and talking at relatives or anything, do we?
Well, who gets to? A lot of places you don't get to see your relatives anyway, so you might as well do something.
There you go. Hard plastic casings. Tomorrow, a lot of folks, and maybe even tonight, folks will be trying to rip open those packages.
Oh,
be
those
careful.
drive me crazy.
Please be careful. 6,000 Americans end up in the emergency room every year.
Really?
Due to packaging-related injuries. And it said in the story, not the one I have posted here. I've got a link, I've got all this in the show notes.
6,000 a year?
But one of the things that I read when I was reading this online, it said that's not all on Christmas. That's throughout the whole year. But
okay.
Time
I
of
was
year.
Say that's a larger number than the 4th of July.
This just happens to be the most popular time of the year to hurt yourself opening a package.
Okay.
Survey finds 71% usually lose sleep over all the money they spend on gifts. 2/3 of parents say they spend a lot of money on kids because they can't stand the thought of their child being the only kid at school without the latest and greatest thing.
Yep.
Molly got one, why didn't I? So the people overspend. So be careful out there.
Well, that's why so many of those, the toys of the year, why people are fighting over them and getting hurt over them. And
I think we got a story about that.
My kid has to get one.
Yeah, parents of young children will be getting a rude awakening tomorrow. Excitable kids usually up at 6:44 a.m. That is the official time.
Yikes.
By the way, if the kids are over 15, only a 15% chance of them getting up before 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And
the older you get, the less interested they are in getting up super early.
77-year-old Mick Jagger bought his 34-year-old girlfriend a house for Christmas, Sarasota, Florida mansion.
Oh, that's what I was going to get you.
Ooh, darn it. And America could be facing a cookie shortage this holiday season. Pepperidge Farms announced the company's been unable to meet demands. Milanos and Chessman cookies.
I love Milanos.
Yeah, so now you know. That is a couple of things right there from the scoop of the day right here on the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters. And I already responded to this person way back when they sent it, which was the tail end of last week. And then we posted it early this week. So hopefully they've already had a chance to do this because tomorrow's Christmas. And I got a feeling they would have needed the answer before today.
Okay.
But I did respond to them, so hopefully they've got the answer. But I would still love for people listening to chime in with their advice, because I'd like to know how you would deal with this. But here we go. Dear John, I always give gift certificates to my children's teachers. This year, we purchased a bunch of gift cards instead. So, hey, they were doing the gift card challenge. We intended to give a $20 gift card to each one of the teachers. And we had a couple of $100 gift cards for our boss at work. But one of them got mixed up, and our second grader's teacher got a $100 gift card by mistake.
Oh.
Now I don't know what to do. We have 3 kids, and I know these teachers probably talk to one another. What if one of them finds out that the other one got 100 and they only got 20?
No.
Is it okay to say, hey, we made a mistake, can we swap? My husband says, let's just replace the $20 gift cards with $100 gift cards. But we really can't afford to do that.
Gosh.
What do I do?
That's awkward.
Yeah.
That's super awkward.
Signed, don't want to be a regifter. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I would do. I would just be honest. I would let them know. And if you know for sure which one, I would talk to them and just say, hey, I feel really bad, but I gave you the wrong gift card. You don't even need to let them know what the denomination is, because unless it says right on it, if you just say, hey, I got you the wrong one, I want to make sure I give you the one that everybody else got. You know, I want it to be fair, because they might think, oh, well, they had accidentally given me a $10 gift card and they traded it out for the $20 gift card. They don't necessarily know, right? Does it say?
Usually it's like the denomination is written on the gift card, so you know when you go to spend.
Then maybe they haven't opened the card yet.
Oh, that's just super cringy.
So have we ever done anything like this where we gave the wrong thing to the wrong person?
No, just one time with a paycheck. It got sent to the wrong place.
Yeah, we sent.
Yeah.
That was awkward.
That was awkward because one was a lot larger than.
Yeah, well, they did a lot more work.
They did a lot more work, but still, yeah. That was awkward.
You're going to have to just go ahead and send that back.
And you were furious.
Oh, yes, I was. It was not good. I remember that, and I felt really bad. So I don't know what I would do in this situation. Again, like I said, my response was to go back and talk to him. That's what I responded. We've got some folks that have chimed in on our Facebook page, and I invite you to do the same thing. If you want to chime in with your advice, maybe your advice is better than Heidi's advice. Her advice is basically nothing so far.
I don't know what I would. That is just horrifying to me.
But here's the thing. We're supposed to give advice, Heidi. I understand it is Dear John letters, not Dear Heidi letters, but, you know, you should chime in and help me here.
Oh, I don't know.
My
heart is just broken for them because you can't afford to give $100 to everybody.
I know. And we also are going to run out of time here. Are you just trying to run out the clock?
Yeah, I'm not chiming in on this one. I got nothing.
So, again, my advice would be talk to that second grade teacher and let them know why you're doing it. It's not that we don't like you, because we love you. We love the other teachers too. Just in all fairness, we can't afford to do more for them. But this other gift was actually for our boss.
I guess if you explain to them, this was meant for my boss. I'm really sorry. We do appreciate you. We would gladly give you $100 if we could afford it, but I'm sure you can understand this has been a tough year.
Yeah, and if I could do that for everybody, I would.
Oh my gosh.
Well, again, since Heidi's advice hasn't really panned out, she just basically mimicked what I just said. Are you playing something on the computer over there? What are you doing? Yeah. Put that away. She's playing Candy Crush. That's why. I guess, in all fairness, it is Christmas Eve. So if you would like to chime in with your advice, you can do so right on our Facebook page. And you can also send your own Dear John letter, and maybe we'll answer yours next week. We always answer them no matter what. We respond back for sure to everybody. But we also, if we can, we put them on the air. And I always keep it anonymous, so we never ever say who it is. So if you're worried about, oh, hey, I don't want my neighbor knowing that I'm the one that said that, we'll keep it anonymous. And you can chime in with your advice or with your Dear John letter at facebook.com/JohnandHeidiShow.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What is that, John?
Every season, the U.S. will manufacture about 1.2 billion candy canes. That is enough to circle the globe 3 times every single year.
So doesn't that seem like overkill
Yeah.
to you? I mean, there's no way. First of all, I can say just from my own experience that I throw away a lot of candy canes
Yeah.
when I buy candy canes.
Yeah, because we end up not eating them.
Yeah.
And then you're like, ooh, it is August. I should probably get rid of that.
I probably don't need that anymore.
There we go. That is a fun fact. 1.2 billion candy canes made per year. There you go. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline Belgium. 75 people became infected with COVID when Santa visited a nursing home in Belgium.
Oh, that's
So the Santa that was there,
So he had
apparently-
COVID and then went to see elderly people.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking. 75 people there became infected when he came to visit. So that's not good. Be careful out there. Yeah, I've got a link to the story if you want to read all the details. But it is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Florida woman has been arrested for allegedly stabbing her sister with a pointy Christmas ornament. So,
Oh, well, that's not very nice. What were they fighting about?
55-year-old Shirley Rogers was arguing
know better.
with her boyfriend in their Oxford home when her sister stepped in, tried to calm the 55-year-old sister down. That's when she pushed her, grabbed her beaded cone-shaped Christmas decoration, and stabbed her on the left side of her torso.
Wow.
Yeah. Rogers' sister escaped. Police arrived. Rogers' boyfriend was gone. It's unclear if the sister received any medical treatment. Police have not identified the sibling, which is kind of weird.
What?
I don't know. She's been charged with 1 count of battery. She was booked into the detention center in Bushnell, where she's being held without bond.
How would they not know who the sister
know.
is?
I have no
The
clue.
sister couldn't identify her sister.
So she was arguing with her? Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
I give up. Thanks for listening to today's Weird News on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. Heidi mentioned this earlier in the program, talking about fighting over the latest and greatest. Well, this year's latest and greatest is the PS5 game console. And 2 women got in a knockdown hair dragon
we were
battle.
just talking about
This
it.
happened at a Walmart in North Carolina. Both were bruised and both ended up empty-handed. They exchanged punches over this hot ticket item. December 13th, video of the confrontation has gone viral. The women with long braids can be seen shouting at one another with a black hoodie that's got, something written on it that I can't even read on the radio. At one point, a man in a motorized scooter and a woman in a red mask try to intervene, but the woman in braids continues to shout. The woman then get into a fist fight in the electronics section, ending with the woman in braids knocked down flat on the ground. Police responded to the scene, but the woman left the store before officers arrived. Both left without a PS5. So the moral of the story is, don't get in a fight in Walmart in North Carolina or anywhere else.
My mother got beat up over
know.
a Cabbage Patch for me.
Did you appreciate that Cabbage Patch?
I loved my
Okay.
Cabbage Patch.
I'm glad you did. She
Yes.
reminds you every year.
Well, and rightfully so.
Still can't
She
remember
literally
most
got
of
thrown
87.
across the store.
Thanks for listening to today's Moment of Duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I am ready.
Fake news or Florida? A Santa Rosa man dressed up as the Grim Reaper and went to the beach to scare people away. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Yes, it is a true story.
Yeah. I think I remember. I think we talked about
we
that
did.
one. I'm pretty
because
sure.
the news showed up and they're like, "What are you doing down here?" He's like, "I'm trying to scare people away." How's that working for you? Well, they're throwing sand at me. Nobody seems to be too scared.
Yeah.
So I have a link to the story if you want to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of giftcardchallenge.org, and I want to take a moment right now to say thank you to everybody who participated in the gift card challenge. This has just been a really neat thing.
It's been really well received.
And the thing I gotta say is I've had people from all over the place thanking me for starting this, but I didn't start it. We set up the website, giftcardchallenge.org, but it was actually started by another broadcaster, and we just decided, I love the idea.
Yep, and we want to help with
And we
that.
said, how can we do this here? And it's just been such a cool thing. So again, giftcardchallenge.org. And I've got a great story here. Orlando police officers donate and deliver gifts to hundreds of kids in need. Over 200 children in need in the Orlando area were surprised on Saturday when Santa showed up a little bit early. And Santa was in a police car. And Santa was actually a policeman and a policewoman because they were all wearing Santa hats and they were delivering. It's really cool. The Orlando Police Department got the names of children in need from local churches and counselors and community centers, and they decided to deliver some smiles. And it's really cool. It says staff donated the money to buy the toys personally. This wasn't like government funds. This wasn't coming from their budget.
Like that. That's cool.
Officers and friends reached in and said, "Hey, we're gonna help make this a merrier Christmas for a lot of people." And they said it's time to close the gap because so often law enforcement is portrayed a certain way. And they said it's just not who we are. So we want to show you who we are. And they were very, very giving.
I love that. It's good to have great stories about officers.
It is. And I've got a great one. There's a video here. I can't click on it and watch it on the radio. That's not how it works. You can if you've got time, though. It is in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Merry Christmas to you. I know a lot of folks are traveling and doing all kinds of fun stuff. Be safe out there. Be careful out there. And we appreciate you listening to the John and Heidi Show.